Cam, how are
Sir,
you?
good. How you doing, boss?
I'm good. I'm good. So I just want to introduce you to my audience. Your name is Kamari Walker. Your father
Yeah,
reached out
Kamauriay.
to me, and I got excited. Him telling me about you. I've never seen you fight. I don't know anything about you. I learned everything that I learned yesterday in our, conversation. But um, super excited to talk to you. I don't think in all my years covering this sport, which is maybe 14 or 15 years now, I've never met someone with 2 degrees, man. I want to start there, bro. How'd you stay in school in this tough sport?
Oh man. Honestly, a lot of discipline, a lot of discipline. Especially being in college in Miami, the parties, the girls, this, that, and the third. So it took a lot to keep your mind focused down here. But having the right people around me, being dedicated to what I want to do in life and stuff like that. I knew everything I want to do with my degrees, it still revolves around boxing. So to get the ultimate goal I wanted out of life, I still had to maintain my discipline to the sport. Um, I ended up linking up with Glenn Johnson down here, Joey Scott. They kept me right away. Introducing me to other fighters, Luis Ortiz, people like that, and then we just kept working like that.
Yeah, your dad told me that your strength and conditioning coach is Joey Scott. I know him well. I spent a bunch of camps with him when I used to cover Deontay Wilder in Tuscaloosa. So that is pretty dope, full circle. And
Yeah.
it's also dope that you're working with a high level strength and conditioning coach so early in your career. Has that been since 0-0, or is that something that just started? Because right now you're 5-0, five big KOs.
Yes, sir. So he's been there before I even turned pro. So
Okay.
I've been working with Joey since 2019, and he's the one that introduced me to Glenn. So everything kind of falls back on Joey.
And when you say Glenn, are you talking about Glenn Johnson?
The Road Warrior, yes, sir.
So wait, Glenn is what? Your trainer or what
Yeah,
is Glenn to you?
Glenn, it's almost everything. Trainer, granddad, jokes. So I work with Glenn every day.
Okay, okay.
So
We
it's
just
it's
seen him in the
it's a blessing to
ring.
have that.
He was
Hmm.
just in the ring this Saturday, right? On somebody. He was someone's.
Uh, yes, sir. On Pro Box.
Yeah, I know I seen him. I watch everything. Yeah. Shout out to the Road Warrior, man. I watched all his fights, man. He got some big upsets on his career. So he's mentoring you and training you, is what you're telling us.
Sir.
Okay. Okay. And
It's a
that
blessing.
that happened when exactly?
I think my sophomore year of college, I didn't really have a gym to go to. I was just picking gyms in between. Um, and I think I went to this place called Tropical Park. Been working out with Joey and stuff like that. And it's a place called Mundo inside the park.
Bro,
They
I
saw me
was
working
going through
out.
your Instagram yesterday and I'm like, this looks like Pedro Diaz gym. And then I had to
Uh-huh.
keep looking and looking. I found one of the posts where I finally seen the floor said Mundo Boxing. And I'm like, wait, I thought his dad said he from Atlanta, but you all the way in Miami. Then I see
Yeah.
you in another gym on a more recent Instagram. So where are you today?
I'm still in Miami, so
Okay.
my team pretty much Courtney Jackson, CJ, he just opened up his own spot called Lionheart Boxing, so that's why I'm at full time now.
Okay. Okay. So that's definitely the latest gym I seen because they have on the apron, the gym apron, it does have like a lion there, and it's a
Hmm.
red apron, right?
Yeah, so we right next to the University of Miami.
Wow. So how long have you been holding camps in Miami and kind of staying in Miami?
I've been down here since 2018. So right after I graduated college, I finished my bachelor's 2022. I finished my master's 2024. So I've been down here. I haven't left.
So you got these 2 degrees. What were you able to do? Because obviously you're a full time boxer, or do you
Hmm.
have some sort of job with these degrees, or is that the fallback plan?
More so the fallback plan, but I give you some insight on what I want to do with the degrees. So either I'm looking to start, well, I started my own promotion company, King Can Promotions, things like that.
And
My
management
father,
company. I hear
yeah,
your
I was just about to say my
father,
father,
not you, but your father and your
father.
son. I mean your brother. started a management company together. So this is all in the family. I love it.
Yeah, so my 6-year-old brother is my manager.
That's
It's crazy
dope,
when I'm
man. You
setting him
got
up for
no.
success.
People laugh, but your father is teaching the both of you financial literacy at an early age. By putting your younger brother in that position to quote unquote be responsible for your finances teaches him, man. I love what you guys are doing. Again, when he reached out, I was blown away just by the 2 degrees. I don't see that in boxing. I've seen guys go back to school, go and get
After
their
the fact,
college
right?
degree, but to have a bachelor's and a master's, wow, you killing it, man. Um,
Hey, I'm trying.
so have why haven't any majors reached out? I mean, I already reached out to somebody and said, you guys got to take a look at this kid because the story is so marketable to me. Again, I repeat, I don't you point to the boxer that you knows that has 2 degrees. So I think that's marketing. Then you're 6'1".
6'1" at
Six
140.
one at 140. You remind me of my boy Shamar Canal. So it's like, they can sell that the way they sold Sebastian Fundora being the burning in the tower or whatever the hell they
Inferno.
call. Yeah, they call him something about his
Some like,
height.
yeah,
So
sometimes.
you have these things to be marketable. So have any major promoters reached out? Any major managers? Anyone has shown any interest?
Oh, yes, sir. So I had a couple from top rank and things like that. Right now, we're just picking and choosing, hearing everybody out. You can't rush the game. So whatever makes sense. But right now, my dad and everybody we know, including the normies and stuff like that, they helping guide my career the right way. So, it's not too much of a rush. Right now, we're pretty much working on just securing more sponsors, things like that. So I just got one with Title. Of course, I have my John Tyler gear on and stuff like that. So right now we're just securing more sponsors and going from there.
For sure, man. Does the school support you? Like, do they sponsor you, or do they just show up for you in terms of ticket sales? Like, because I mean, going to so many different schools or so many years of schooling, I'm sure you created a good
Hmm.
amount of friends that can visit you during your fights, or at least, hopefully.
Hmm. So I was supposed to hold a bout at my alma mater, St. Thomas, I believe October of last year. Um, it fell through because the women's volleyball team, I guess shouts out to the women's volleyball team. They went on the road and they ended up hosting a tournament at the school. So they couldn't move my date around too much. So we ended up postponing it. Now we're just looking for a better date, but it's still coming on campus.
And I seen a picture with you and Ken Porter. I hear that he was interested. He hasn't been in boxing in a minute. And what sort of interest did he have? Because if you got Glenn as the trainer, I know Ken. Like, that's my guy, man. He's trained me. He's such a great guy, but he wants the control. So he wants to be, if he's your trainer, he wants you to train with him, not like anywhere else. He needs to see you. And if he's your manager, he also wants you to train with him because he wants to supersede his investment and make sure that you're doing
Mhm.
what you need to do so that that bag don't get messed up. So how was that meeting, and what's your thoughts on Porter, and have you guys made a decision? And what exactly did he want? Did he want to be manager? Did he want to train you, or was it just checking you out?
It was a little of everything. I know I heard something back from my dad. He wanted me to go out to Vegas for a little bit. Um, so we're still hearing him out on things like that. I love to meet him though. It was a great opportunity, cool guy. If we can most definitely work together in the future, we can do it. But right now, like I said before, I'm sticking with the same team.
I would love for you to take him up on that offer. Obviously, he wants to see what you made of. Out here in Vegas, everyone is here. You come to Vegas, he might get you in the ring with Keyshawn Davis.
Hmm.
Edwin De Los Santos trains here. Um,
Good work.
Shamar Canal, who is just as tall as you, trains here. I mean, there's just so many people. Plus, you being at 40, you can even spar someone like Blair to Flair Cobbs. But I feel like because of your age bracket and your pro fights, you might have crossed paths with Abdullah, Zay Quinn, Kermel, Shamar Canal. Any of these guys have you crossed paths with in the amateurs?
Nah, because I'm 25. I just turned 25, so I'm still older than him.
Okay, okay, okay. So
So
who was
I
your, I guess, contemporaries in the amateurs? Is it Shushu? Because Shushu's 26, but he's way
think
smaller in
lighter than
terms
me.
of weight.
I had Gabe
Okay.
Flores Jr. I think a guy named Shenard Bunch.
Yup, yup.
Um, who
Okay,
else do
so
we
then
have?
based off those two names, so school did take you away from boxing because Sonar got a whole career and shit.
Hmm.
Gabriel Flores got a whole career. Like he's trying to rebuild at this point.
Hmm.
So
So
school did take you away from getting to have, I mean, being able to have professional fights, you think?
I wouldn't say take me away, but I kind of had to divert my focus shortly, but every day I still train. And I think it was a blessing to still have those 6 years where I was nothing but training, nothing but training. So now my game is elevated. So I feel like right now I'm at the perfect spot where I need to be. I haven't taken no damage over the years, things like that. So I'm cool. I'm in my prime now. I'm working.
Do you feel because your contemporaries are already where they're at, there's a
Hmm.
sense of urgency, or do you feel like there's no rush?
I did feel like that at first, but after, my father, he was telling me everything. He's like, don't rush, you right where you need to be. Everybody's story different. So, you can't look at another man's success because you never know what he dealing with or what he had to do to get there.
Yeah.
So I try not to judge myself too much off where everybody else is because, I never be truly happy with my own career. So right now I'm just taking my time.
So what is your plan now that you've gotten school out the way? It seems like boxing is on the forefront. So what is your, I guess, next 3-year plan?
Honestly, so I started this year. I told myself I want to be top 300 by the end of the year. Um, but after my last fight, I jumped up 200 spots. So now my goal is to be top 100 by the end of the year. Um, I say by March, April next year, I should hopefully have one of those, the smaller titles of like WBC or WBA, one of the smaller ones.
Hmm.
Um, and just working my way up there. And then I say 3 years, 20, I should be, if not a champion, a serious contender.
So, how well do you know the promoter Elia Carazana? We just had her. I know I butchered the
Hmm.
last name, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. I just had her on the show. She's a active share of this.
Hmm.
I seen that your last fight was on her promotion. How was that fight, and how was the overall promotion?
Honestly, she did a good job. I told her it was one of the best shows I've been a part of. I love how she had the rehydration drinks, the Nature Valley bars after we got off the scales.
Yeah,
That
we
was dope to
talked
see.
about that. We talked about that. She said, "Yeah, I went the extra mile. I had protein bars." I'm
Mhm.
like, "Damn."
So she understood like being a fighter, like going places and you just get off the scale, you kind of got to fend for yourself. So she kind of set us up to, we felt more big time, even though we were
Hmm.
on a smaller card, but we felt the impact. Like if we're being catered to, doing the back, everybody has their own designated wrapping area, warm up area, and stuff like that. So it was cool.
Nice, nice. Um, Now that took place in Florida. I know you're living in Miami. So how were the how many tickets you sold?
I sold right around, I just know the dollar amount. I can't say
Oh, I
the
mean, maybe
exact
your
numbers,
dad could
but
text me. I'm sure he's listening.
but
That's always important. And plus, Miami to Fort Lauderdale, that's a good 26 minutes. So just trying
yeah,
to see where
that's too crazy.
your drawing power is. Now, you say it's
Oh,
not
I
too far, but shit, some people be like, man, I ain't trying to get in that
that
I-95.
traffic. I was about to say, just depend on
I-95,
that
I
traffic.
don't want to get on that, man.
And what's crazy,
But,
I take 9-5 every day to go to the gym. So I sit in about an hour of traffic every day to hit the
mm,
gym. And going back home, another hour of traffic. I'm like, man, the express lanes, everything packed.
being on that 9-5 side, that means you've had to have used Delray Boxing Club, huh?
I went there and sparred a couple times.
Who you sparred over there, Chip? You know I know everything. I'm everywhere.
Oh, a couple of the a couple of the guys, just whoever they put in the ring with me. I got some dogs over there. So once camp start back up, I'm going back up there to train with them, spar with them, get some work in with them guys.
Have you ever took a picture or like looked into Leon Lawson's eyes?
I know Leon. I met him in the amateurs. No, I haven't looked in his eyes
Okay,
though.
because he's tall as fuck too. So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
gauge. Because everybody says, "Oh, I'm 6'1", 6'2", but then I see you. You might be taller. Because I'm 6'5", or so,
Hmm.
BoxRec be
Sheesh.
lying too. So I'm just trying to see where you at in terms of height. Because
I think
you look definitely tall, and
I
I
think
know
last time I
Leon
seen
is big
Leon,
as hell.
yeah, Leon huge. I think I seen him. We was what 17, and I was like, nah, bro, you need to go hoop or something.
So look, I got a couple questions from the people, and then we'll get you out of here. Toledo Tree says, "What's your thoughts on the WBC Grand Prix of boxing happening now, Thursday? And since you're in Florida, what are your thoughts on bare knuckle boxing?" Man, my man love bare knuckle.
Hey, bare knuckle is growing on me. I got a couple homeboys. Shout out to HD and Rambo that's in it. Another homeboy, D'Amico. This I give him all the props in the world. I can't get in there.
Word.
That's too much Kimbo Slice for me. But all power to them. I know them boys doing what they love. As far as the WBC Grand Prix, I think it's a great opportunity for boxers, to expose themselves, things like that. I found out about it too late, and then when all the WBC Turkey out Sheet troubles was going, I thought they were going to cancel it, so I just stopped looking into it. But I'm glad it's still going on. I'm most definitely going to be checking it out though.
Hey man, you might want to get your managers to jump on that because from what I seen, WBC put out well, Mauricio himself put out a video explaining it and detailing, and he said that they're gonna have backups at the fights in case
Oh,
someone misses weight, can't make weight, feeling ill. Your fight won't be canceled. There'll be a replacement, so maybe you could get on that, the
replacement.
replacement
Okay, I didn't know
team.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He definitely announced that, so that's a great thing. It's another opportunity for another set of fighters to potentially make some money. So
Oh
definitely
yeah, I'm most
dope.
definitely gonna send Pops and my little brother manager that way.
Or Octo says, "Yo, champ, what's your favorite music artist? And give us one movie we should watch."
Ooh. Favorite? I'm a huge YB fan. I'm a young boy fan, but right now, pretty much before my fights, it's a lot of ESTG. Um, a movie to watch? I'm a horror movie guy, so um, what's the movie that just? Uh, can't think of the movie name. I give you a series I just started though. I can do that.
Yeah, I love
Okay, it's a
series.
show on HBO Max. I think it's a Stephen King novel. It's called The Outsider. Me and my
Mm.
lady just started it. We on like the fifth episode or something like that. So that's yeah, that's what we on right now. She keep ruining it, but I got to tune out every now and then with her, give questions and ideas.
You brought your lady up, man.
Hmm.
So whose idea was the farmers market?
Oh, that's our little spot. That's our cheap date night. Go there, we eat good for the low, bring the puppy, go out there, run around, stuff like that. I know she wants to grow her own content creator thing, so I was like, all right, I got an idea. We're gonna rock, paper, scissors every little, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
win, you pick somewhere to eat, you pick the appetizers, I pick the drink or something like that. Just something to do. But she lift weights, she's a power lifter, so she's getting more and more involved with that.
Nice. That's what's up. A few more. I got Mr. Benny Hinn. What's the biggest change in training you made transitioning from amateurs to the professional ranks?
Ooh, honestly, and my dad was telling me while I'm still amateur, but it's a lot slower. So all the
Mm-hmm.
fast-paced movements and stuff like that, I learned to conserve energy, sit down on punches more, you know, and just be more relaxed in there. Of course, having a road warrior in your corner, he don't do too much moving anyway. So, picking his brain on certain things, um, biggest thing is just relaxing. Picking shots, placing shots, knowing your distance, and just overall the slow pace, which I love. Because the amateurs, it was too much of that. You got 3 minutes, you don't know who you find, so you just got to go across the ring and just swing pretty much. Um, this one you can study, so I like it more.
So, being from Atlanta, I know you're in Florida, but have you got the spar Brian Norman Jr.?
Now, me and B, we shared the ring in the amateurs. I think we were maybe 13 or 14, something like that. But that's my dog, so I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his dad's success. I talk to B almost every day. But yeah, he's strong dude, strong dude.
Yeah. Damn. So you saying back then he was a strong dude?
Yeah, he was just,
Cause you say
you
you
could
ain't
just
sparred
tell.
him since the amateurs. Since
Yeah,
he
we
was in the
ain't,
amateurs, or you was in the
yeah,
obviously
we
you
both was
him.
in amateurs. No,
Oh,
we
okay.
we fought in the amateurs.
Mm.
So but he strong dude, strong dude. Yeah, he just a naturally big dude. But you know, he cool people, man. He gave me a lot of insight, especially with the pro stuff, being how far he is and what he's accomplished. So, you know, big up to him and his pops.
For sure, for sure. So your dad tells me they want to bring you back to Atlanta. Do you guys have an idea when, or is there a potential card that can be happening in Atlanta that you're looking to get on, or is that just a thought, like a bucket list thing, like yeah, I want to come back home?
So pretty much I'm putting together King Can Promotions first event. We're looking at either middle to late June, early July. So it's guaranteed to be happening this summer. Right now, I'm just picking and choosing which fighters I want on there. I got a couple of guys from Atlanta I like on the card, a couple guys from Florida I like that I want to see on the card. You know, just trying to get everybody to shine. Um,
You got to get my
of course,
man Mac Truck on there if
oh yeah, I
if
know.
he's not too expensive, man. You know, dudes get on
Yeah, I gotta stay
TV and they
within that budget.
change. Yeah, no, they get on TV and they change up. You feel me? Now they cost a
hmm
little bit more, but yeah, if you could get him on locally, he should do well. I've covered
I
his
know I want to
fights
get
in Atlanta.
I know I'm gonna get money power on there too. If I can,
Okay,
you know, stretch the budget, I can get money on there. Have be a cool thing. That's big bro, so it'd be a blessing to
okay,
have him on there.
that'll be cool. What weight is he fighting now?
Money, I think money's at what middleweight. I think he has 60, I
Hey,
think. Yes, I think he right. So I probably
hey,
do a
find out if he is at 60. I might have an opponent. I mean, it might be too expensive for the budget, but you can make a
yeah, yeah.
splash. Sean McCallum, I could get you Sean McCallum. He
Okay.
fought
So yeah.
Pacheco,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he just lost
So
to
yeah, we can most
Pacheco. That
definitely
was the
send that to
last fight.
Pops.
That was the last fight. So he was just on TV. So you know, you got to get your brother and your dad to talk to
Yeah,
him
you know, I
because
gotta make sure the managers know.
he might be still on his high horse that he was last on TV, but that was your last time on TV. Right now, you not there, so you know we gotta
Hey, I ain't
consider
gonna
new.
knock the man.
Nah,
If he
for
say he
sure,
worth this much, I'm like, hey, I hope you get it, but you can't get it here, my boy.
exactly. I mean, unless it's within budget, within budget.
Yeah, if it's reasonable, we can probably work something out. But you know, I still got to
I
make sure
love
the
it, man.
bottom
I
line look
gotta
nice.
follow this now. Now I gotta follow it. I know your dad's listening, so Mr. Walker, make sure you keep me posted. I want to see how y'all do with this first promotion. Are you considering? Um, is it straight like? First of all, let's go back to the one with Elisa, right? And for a lot of
hmm
the was that streamed?
Oh yes,
Was
sir. We're screaming with millions.
okay, millions.com. So they came out and did it, or it was just streamed to them.
I think they came out and did it.
Oh, nice.
And a side
So
note, I got a partnership coming with millions too. So
I
y'all stay
seen
tuned for
that.
that
I
one.
seen one of your Instagram posts at millions.com on it. So are they gonna be handling the television for this?
I just got to sit down and talk. As long as the numbers make sense, we can possibly make that happen with them. I would love for it to happen with them, being that they already have that following, but no guarantees on who's going to do it. But I like for them to do it.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, getting back to these questions, we got Malcolm from New York. Would you rather be a gifted No, would you rather be gifted a left hook with Ryan and Roy Jones' speed and power and position mixed, or a right hand with Wilder's power and Floyd's speed and accuracy?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to pick the left hook.
Why?
It was crazy. What made me fall in love with the left hook? I'm a huge Nonito Donaire fan. Shouts out to Nonito and his wife Rachel. I'm a huge Donaire fan, so that's what made me want to learn the left hook. It took me forever to get this left hook down pat, forever. But I finally got it, and that's what won me my last fight, February 1st. I caught him with a left hook. So I think that's my punch, man. I love it. But don't get me wrong, I still take that God gifted right Wilder right hand too. I still take
Nah,
that too,
Nonito
but
had
if
a
I had to
serious left
pick,
hook.
yeah, so that's what made me love the punch.
Mm. I got Quest in Virginia. What's up, champ? If you can have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I mean, I already got one. I got super speed. But besides that, I say the ability to like read minds. If I'm gonna stick with a boxing aspect, it'll make my fight so much simpler because I already know what you're thinking before you do it. So if I
Nice.
add that with my reflexes, my speed, this and the third, it's easy 50, 60, and up.
Major media, besides boxing, what are some of the other sports you are good at?
So
6'1",
boxing's
you
pretty
better
much
say
it.
basketball.
Oh man, I made the basketball team once in my life. I think I was what, seventh grade, and the one year I made the team, they canceled the season. So boxing been there ever since.
I got George Foster. If Bud versus Boots was made next, who would you pick and how?
It's hard to go against Bud. That's like going against Tom Brady. It's hard to do that. I do think Boots is well, of course Boots is a younger guy. He still might be a little more explosive, but I think Bud experience, mental mindset. I think eventually he'll just start closing that gap, closing that gap, and then I can see, uh, I can see Bud unanimous decision. Um, yeah, it's hard to go against Bud.
I got BR. He says, "Are you a college football fan? And if so, do you support the Canes?" My fan from the Heights.
I'm an LSU fan. RP Kyron Lacy. But yeah, I'm a huge LSU fan. That was my dream school. Um, so I'm I'm an Odell and Jarvis Landry and Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, them type of fan. But don't get me wrong, Cam Ward was nice this year. He nice. I got a chance to see him play in person. I saw the Canes and FAMU game, so that was a good game to see. It got ugly quick, but it was good to see the talent while I was out there.
Dom in OKC. Salute. If you can make 3 fantasy fights for yourself with any current boxers, what would the fights be?
Any fights? One before he moved up, I think me and Tiger would be a good fight. Um, who else? So, of course, I haven't thought about me and Teofimo. Um, me and Rolly. I think the shit talking there would be funny. Me and Rolly, me and Tiger, me and Ryan. I mean, me and Teofimo.
Wait, Tiger Johnson?
Yeah.
Why Tiger? You know him from the amateurs?
No, I just always thought like we kind of got similar styles, so I always thought like that'd be a good chess match fight. We bring the best out of each other, hand speed, reflexes, power, combinations. So I feel like that'd be a good matchup. Of course, I still got some climbing to do, and I know he just moved up to welterweight, so he'll be a champion by the time you know, if everything goes right. But that's a fight I love to have down
Wait,
the
wait,
line.
wait. I thought you was 140. You just said I just moved up to welterweight, so you are
No, I
gonna.
said I know he. No, no, no.
Oh,
He
he
just moved
just
up to
moved up to
welterweight.
welter.
Yeah,
Okay,
he just moved up to
okay.
welterweight. So that's what I'm saying. So and he looking impressive. So I know he's not coming back down. So when I eventually move up, that'll be a fight I love to have. Tiafimo, Rolly, and who else? And, and AB
AB,
and Adrian Broner.
nice.
Yeah,
Adrian Broner. Some of my fans are
AB.
gonna like that because some of them think it's over for Broner, but some of them believe that Broner still can make fighters popular
hmm
if they beat him. I got Ali and Dago that says, "What up, Walker? Who are your top 3 favorite fighters of all time?"
Mm. Uh, of course, Tommy Hearns. Of course, having this build, you got to watch the GOAT. Tommy, Floyd, and I got three, but they kind of like all in third place. So it's gonna go Donaire, AB. And I wanna. I love Laura, but I don't know if I can put Laura at this third place.
You talking about
I'll
the
go
Cuban,
Wilder.
Landry?
Yeah, Eric Blunt, yeah. I love
Oh,
Laura.
nice, nice.
I told you I'm a huge, I like that
I
slick.
see. You
Yeah.
are. I like it. You all over the place with the names. I love it in a good way, anyway. Um, I got Adrian from Lakeland, Florida. Have you been sparring with Tio? I know he's having camp in Miami too.
Last time I talked to Tio was we were at the Golden Gloves down here. I haven't talked to him after that. I hit him up the other day, um, just see what he was doing. I haven't heard anything back yet, but um, if we can set some up, hopefully we can set some up. I'd love to get in there with him.
For sure, man. Those are all the questions, but it looks like your dad wants to jump on for a quick second, so we're gonna hold off for a bit until he jumps on. But yeah, man, very excited, man. Very excited to meet you and follow your career. Specifically, now I want to see how this promotion does. We got a couple of, loyal listeners in Atlanta that I'm
Hmm.
sure are going to be wondering what you do. Actually, here goes one. James in Atlanta says, would it be okay if I come to the gym and record your workout in Atlanta on behalf of the Boxing Voice? Also, do you believe you will be the fighter to headline a fight at Mercedes Benz Arena?
Uh, well, first, of course, you come through and record. I love that. Two, I don't know, man. Brian, I feel like Brian gonna beat me to it. He already world champ. He the first one since Vernon Forrest, so he pretty much got the city in the palm in his hand. So, um, but if he does, definitely next.
Mr. Walker, how are you? Good morning.
What's good? How you doing?
Can't complain. So,
What's
how
up,
are you? You
Cam?
wanted to jump on.
What
Talk
up,
to
Pop?
us. He said, what up, Pop?
So yeah,
You gotta
man. Hey,
take
we appreciate it, man. We thank you so much.
No problem, man.
you gotta take that Falcon stuff off there.
I know, man. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out
So,
Atlanta College Park.
So talk to us, Mr. Walker. You wanted to jump on. What's on your mind?
Oh yeah. Like we were talking. We are in the midst of trying to secure a location to bring Cam home to Atlanta um, to put on his first promotion. So, kind of looking at venues and things of that sort. I would love if anybody can get the word out. We would love that College Park Arena where the Skyhawks play. So that's big on our list. I've reached out to a few people and things of that sort. We're in talks of just trying to get just the information and things. But if anyone has that a connect on something, hey man, we'd love to do it. But I would like to bring bring him home to College Park and put on a big event for the city.
What other venues are you considering?
They have the OTX, the OTX arena there in what is it, Atlantic Station. We looked at
Have you
Pullman
spoken to
Yard.
OTX?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we got the information on that. So we're just just weighing options
Is
on
it
certain things.
reasonable?
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable.
Will they
But
do the
sometimes you
production?
know how they get sometimes if it's a competitor in the same type of sport. Sometimes you know how they try to do. But we had a place called Pullman Yard as well, and the Georgia International Convention Center as well. So I've been
Has
making the rounds.
OTX did OTX express interest in doing the production or no? Just renting out the venue?
Um, we were in talks with that, just trying to see exactly what they're going to charge to put on the whole event. So we have connections with, we're going to try to get in contact with people like ProBox, have a connection at Telemundo, things of that sort. So we can make it happen. It would be great if we could just pull it all together and instead of outsourcing so many things, if we have someone that can just come in and just just one stop shop makes it a lot easier with all the different components and things of that sort. So yeah, we're definitely looking into it and just looking at locations. So if anyone has any suggestions and things of that sort, please reach out. Let us know. Um,
How can
you know,
they
we
reach you?
uh, you can find maybe on our Instagram. We have our Facebook. Marcus Walker is on Facebook. King Cam Boxing. We have KKB Promotions at gmail.com. Cams in Management, KAMZEN Management at gmail.com.
Bad. So yeah, man, you must be proud, bro. Definitely your son looking like something we've never seen in boxing from the degree standpoint for sure. Two of them. Uh,
He, man,
how
yeah,
far you think he's gonna go?
he's going to be a multi-world champion. I have no doubt about it. He's just going to stay focused. Um, he trains hard. You know, people think because you went and got some degrees that he's a fighter first. He's just a fighter that's smart. You know, um, it's in his
I'm
blood.
still
You
that.
know, he always wanted to do it. Wasn't forced on him. He naturally took to it, and I'm just one of the advocates to say if he wasn't good at it, he wouldn't be doing it because you don't play boxing. No way you can have any kid in there just taking. I've seen it. I've seen some guys and kind of like forced into the game and lingering in the game and just taking punishment. So no, he's good at what he does, and it's just a matter of time before the world recognizes it.
So one of my producers is saying that they don't have a connect for that particular arena, but they know someone throwing a show at the Fox Theater, and they can try and get you a number.
Okay, I
Oh,
really
that'd
would
be dope
appreciate it.
too.
Yeah, the Fox. Yeah, I called Roy at the Fox one time when Roy came and fought at the Fox Theater some years back. Yeah, but
Okay, so Kamauriay, I'm being told someone DM me. Oh, it is. I think this might be Money Powell's father, or is it Powell himself? I doubt it. His Instagram is like, but someone in his camp just DM me and said that Money Powell moved to light heavyweight. He's currently participating in Team Combat League. His first event is April
Hmm.
19th.
that's right. Yeah, he did. That's
Yeah,
right.
so that we can't make that Sean McCallum fight down unless he's willing to come back down. But
Shout out Money Powell.
at
I
light
see four.
heavyweight, I'm sure. I'm not sure because he does get international fights, but not on television. But Ronald
Wow,
Graville might be someone that'll take your call. He fought David twice. He's at 175. But if
75.
he still got some version of that WBC, because I know he got like an international or continental or something,
Hmm.
that these guys that might cost more money now. Might
Yeah, and I
cost
know
more money.
a good friend of mine, Najee Lopez.
Okay,
I
but
think he has
Najee got a
the
fight coming
WB.
up though. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah, he
tough.
fights May
Yeah,
10th. Yeah, he fights
In
May
order
10th.
for
But
you
of
to do
course,
that, you really gonna have to get with Pro
yeah,
Box because he
I know you
signed a
have to.
Pro
Yeah.
Box. He signed a Pro.
Uh-huh.
They ain't gonna let him off unless it's right, right.
Yeah, it's good for him.
right.
Yeah. So,
But
but
you
it'd be
guys
cool just to
connected
have
with
him
Pro
come back
Box or
home.
no?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
so we
reaching
got
out
a
to
couple
Pro
connections
Box.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a connection there. Okay, cool. Well, gentlemen, that's basically all my questions. If y'all want to give out any social media for my audience that isn't following, can do so. Now is the time, and we do appreciate you guys jumping on. I want to continue to follow the career, obviously, closely. So as you get, Coach, you got my number. So as you find things out,
Sure.
you let me know, and we can schedule them back to announce the official fight date and
Yes, sir.
venue.
We appreciate you. And let me give a shout out to my homeboy Tori Tomlinson, ONE, Old National Entertainment. He's going to throw his hat in the campaign to be mayor of College Park. So, everybody get behind him, support him. He's been great to the community up and down Old National. Hillendale, what's up? Yeah, get behind Tori Tomlinson, ONE, Old National Entertainment. The father and son combos out here in boxing is so many of them. We love you. We watch you. We appreciate you. Um, a lot of you setting great examples. B. Norman Jr., B. Norman Sr., the Schofields, the Garcias, the Lopez, everyone. We like these father and son teams, and we're walking in your footsteps, and we're trying to make things happen.
Salute, man. Can't wait to see how far you guys get, man. I love the father and son combinations. We're pretty much like the home of those, man. Ken Porter and
Hmm.
Sean Porter
Supporters, yeah,
were big homies of the show. Danny and Angel, super duper
Oh
close to
yeah,
the show. Bill and Devin, they're
Bill
both
and
Devin.
Devin.
still close to the show. Uh, Obviously, I was just telling my audience that Floyd, I was texting Floyd yesterday. He told me he should be back in June and having a meeting soon about what's going to happen exactly. So Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I've always been drawn to the father son. You see Norman and both Normans is always here. I don't know. That's probably my
Yeah.
thing.
Good
But
thing.
yeah, man,
Good
I
thing.
wish you guys the best of success, man. We're gonna definitely keep tabs on you and keep our audience updated.
Appreciate it. Like we say,
All
the
right.
South
Thank
makes
you,
something to
fam.
say.
All right,
Yes, sir.
appreciate y'all. There you have it,
Yes,
ladies
sir.
and gentlemen. The Walkers looking to make an impression on boxing, and I think they